Welcome back to the Friar Talk podcast and YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be doing our final top 10. Now, we forgot about the second baseman somehow. I do not know how that was the case. Got a bunch of comments, hey, we still got second base. So, going to go back, go over the second baseman. And then tomorrow, the MLB and the Players Association are going to be meeting. And hopefully there's some type of update. But me and Isaac will be on tomorrow. We'll give you guys a quick update on that. And then we'll start finishing up the trade evaluation stuff later in the week, and then I think we'll get finished up, I think, early next week. I think that's the plan. So finishing out these couple series that have been going on for a while now, but top 10 second baseman. Chase, do you want to start off and give off your list?
Yeah. So I think all of us have this guy number one overall, Marcus Simeon. If you haven't paid attention, he hit 40 home runs as a second baseman. He has been a consistent, 7+ WAR player the past 2 years at second base. You know what? I didn't even realize that. I knew he went off this year, but I didn't realize he had an even better year last year, and it was just kind of quiet. Number two, Ironworth, a little bit of bias, but he has turned into one of the best second basemen in the league. Gold glove, he hits for power, he hits for gaps, he gets on base a lot, good eyes, somewhat speedy. There's other guys that are quicker at second base. And number three, I have Albeese. Once Acuna went down, he kind of turned the team into his own, In that playoff run, it was Albeese, it was Jorge Soler, and it was Austin Riley. They really carried the team once Acuna went down, and they got a World Series out of it. So I have him at number three. Number four, I have Jose Altuve. Normally he'd be a top three, but considering the year and the playoffs that Albeese had, I'll put Albeese top three over him, though Altuve more than likely is probably top three in any other list. Number five, I have Jorge Polanco. Guy's an absolute stud. He's quick. He plays good defense. He can hit for power. Brandon Lowe, another power hitting second baseman. That's absolutely crazy. He hit 39 home runs. He was one away from 40. He had nearly a 5 WAR season. If he consistently does this, he'd probably be top two second baseman probably in the league. It would kind of be hard to break Simeon right now, though, take him out that top spot. At 6, we have Whit Merrifield. Guy's a hitting machine, doesn't hit for a lot of power, but he gets on base and he plays good defense, and he can steal a lot of bags for you. Number 7, I have Luis Arias. Guy can hit a ton. He gets on base a ton. However, if you look at him, he does not hit for power at all. Actually, no. He was number 8. Tommy Edmond is number 9. Gold glove guy. Had a really good year. Plays on the Cardinals. Did hit. He fit his role really well. He hit. And number 10, I have Jonathan India. He was a rookie. He had nearly a 4 WAR season. It's going to be great to see what this guy does down the line. But right now, there's a lot of people that could have fit that 10 spot. I just put him there, like to put the young guys there. But if he has another season like this, he could probably crack top 5.
Yeah, Chase said it best with Marcus Simeon. He's also my number one. I mean, a 7 WAR season, 45 bombs, 873 OPS, 133 OPS plus. I think he was either first or second in F WAR in all of baseball. I think Correa actually might have been ahead of him in terms of position players, but really solid year for him. Got a fat contract, so even if I don't think it's going to pay off, I'm not going to. It's likely that it does. Next up, I'm going to go with. See, I have them in different order right now, but I'm looking at the numbers. I'm going to go with Brandon Lowe, number 2. A 5 WAR season, 39 home runs, 863 OPS, and a 142 OPS plus. Really, really good year for him. Someone that kind of flies under the radar. So, really good to see him ball out for the Rays. Up next, I'm going to go with, I'll go with Jake Cronenworth. 266 batting average, 21 home runs, 4.4 WAR, 122 OPS plus. Of course, there's bias. This is a Padres channel. But for anyone who watches, we call him Cronin God, and the clutchest of situations, he comes through, and he's very good at defense. I think that goes unnoticed by a lot of people, and he's proven to be an amazing ball player. So next, I got Jose Altuve, another guy, 5 WAR season, 278 average, 31 home runs, 127 OPS plus. It's just that crap defense, man. It's kind of hard to put him any higher. And it's funny because I don't know if we're starting to see a decline or not, considering he used to hit 300 plus. I mean, you could attribute that to a certain scandal, but just had a really good year. Next up, I got Aussie Albees, 30 home runs, 105 OPS plus, 106 RBIs, 20 stolen bases. So maybe not the best numbers in season, but in the postseason, the guy was fantastic. They won a ring for a reason. He was one of the biggest reasons that they did. I mean, the guy flies around the bases, plays solid defense, and he's one of the household names in the MLB right now. Next up, Jorge Polanco, 269 average, 33 home runs, 3.9 WAR. This is kind of the first year where I feel like he popped off, or maybe I just haven't heard too much of him because he plays on the Twins, but he had a really solid year with almost a 4 WAR. Had a tough time ranking him and Jonathan India, who I have next. Same batting average at 269. It's just that Polanco hit 12 more home runs. They had the same WAR. India had a 113 OPS plus. Won the Rookie of the Year, I believe. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I think he did. So he had himself a solid year as well. Next up, Whit Merrifield, 3.6 WAR, 277 average. I don't really have much to say about him. His power numbers are really, really bad, but he makes up for it with his defense. Next up, Tommy Edmond. Now, with the Cardinals, you kind of think of Colton Wong as their, like, when I was watching baseball, Colton Wong a couple years ago was their second baseman. And I was thinking, who's going to fill that role? Just a stud defender that can get on base. And it was Tommy Edmond. He won the Gold Glove, 262 batting average, 41 doubles. So the power numbers, they're still not there. Really low OPS plus, really low OPS. And but you know, the Gold Glove is what has him in my top 10. And then number 10 spot, I just threw in Gene Segura, 290 average, 3.7 WAR, 111 OPS plus. Had really good games against the Padres this year. So yeah, that's my top 10.
All right, so my top 5 is pretty similar guys, but I changed up the order a little bit. Number 1, I have Marcus Simeon as well. I feel like a couple years ago it was, I think it was a lock that Altuve was number 1 a couple years ago. But you look at not the last 2 seasons, but you look at the 2021 season, you look at the 2019 season, and you go, wow, Simeon has put up crazy WAR. He had over an 8 WAR in 2019. Over a 7 WAR last season, and he's been great. You brought up the contract, Isaac, and you see a lot of guys get really broken off. The recent performance of Marcus Simeon 100% deserves it. Now we'll see how that all plays out, but I mean, dude has put up a stellar 2019 and a stellar 2021 season, so got to give him a lot of props there. And he's number 1. I wanted to put Cronenworth number 1. I mean, you brought it up, Cronin God, guy that we definitely love here on the podcast, but couldn't put him number 1. I didn't put him number 2 either. I think that both of you guys have Altuve super low. And you don't have him crazy low. He's still in your top 5. It's not like you're completely knocking him down. But I'm just looking at him and I go, this dude has all of the accolades, multiple batting titles. He has 1 Gold Glove, though that's probably the biggest knock I think on him. But over the course of his career, he's a 308 hitter. He has over 250 stolen bases, over 600 RBIs. He has a 821 or a 125 OPS plus. His slugging's over 450, and last season he had a 127 OPS plus. His average might have gone down in recent years, but it's not like he's lacking. It's not like his OPS numbers have fallen a bunch. They've fallen a little bit, but he's still a very, very elite player. And last year he was an all-star, and once again, deservingly so. So I have Altuve number 2. After him, I have Jake Cronin God. Mr. Cronin God himself was, like you said, one of the clutchest players in the league. You can think of so many times either fielding, either defensively, because he should have been in the conversation to win that Gold Glove. And I think he was. But an amazing fielder at second base. He's super versatile. I know we're doing top 10s at second base, but I think that plays a part into him as a player. But as an everyday second baseman, he provides a little more pop than most guys do. He is great in the count, and overall is just a tremendous player. I mean, he shows above average skill set everywhere. So got to have a lot of love for Jake Cronenworth. So I have him at 3. At 4, I have Aussie Albees. Now, I know that a lot of people probably have Albees like 2 or 3. I don't think 4 is super low. Over the last 2 years, Cronenworth has put up better numbers. Like once again, it's not a knock to Ozzy. Ozzy's a sweet player, super, super fun guy on a team. And like you said, you got to give him a little bit of a boost, probably just from the postseason where he was really, really clutch and one of those guys that's a key member of the Atlanta Braves. So especially with Ronald Acuna out, like he became the leader, and I think everyone kind of recognized that. But yeah, Aussie Albees, another great player. I have him at 4. After him, Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe's put up 3 consecutive seasons with over a 500 slugging. Dude is a tremendous player for the Tampa Bay Rays. Jorge Polanco. Jorge Polanco, one thing that was interesting is over the last couple years, his numbers have gone up a lot. And he's been in the league for a while, but over the last couple years on the Minnesota Twins, he's put up a lot better overall numbers, and his OPS has been over, I think, 800 the last couple years as well. So pretty like, even though he's been in the league for a while, it seems like he's surging right now. This is his prime. After that, I have Jonathan India at number 7. Won Rookie of the Year, was a great player. If he can continue to put up the seasons that he just did, he'll probably be a lot higher. He's probably going to go way up there. But to be at number 7 after only your rookie season is very, very impressive. So sky's the limit for that dude. And then Whit Merrifield at number 8. Now, the offensive numbers aren't quite there, but he's a great defensive player. And kind of post Jonathan India, it gets a little tough, I think. So I have him at 8. And then Gene Segura at 9. He was great down the stretch. Or I don't know if he's great down the stretch, but he's been putting up pretty solid numbers. And then at 10, Tommy Edmond, I believe he won Gold Glove last year. He's a good fielder, kind of in that same like Whit Merrifield, like might not be the best offensive guy, but he is a really solid second baseman. So that is the end of my top 10 there. But anything else you guys want to bring up before we take off? All right, awesome. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Like I said, tomorrow we are going to be doing a kind of update on the lockout, on the negotiations, because players and the owners, or I don't know if it's the owners, whoever's representing the owners, they're meeting. So we'll have a quick update on that tomorrow. But then after that, we'll be talking about some Preller trades. But this is going to end our top 10 segment. We're going to save this as a playlist. So if you miss a couple of them or you want to go back and watch them, we'll have these saved on our channel as a playlist probably tomorrow or this weekend. I'll put it up there. But that's going to do it for today's episode. So thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.